Okay, we're gonna try something a little bit different. God, what a fucking mess, I swear. Anyways, we're gonna try something a little bit different. I'm not gonna use any cards. We're just gonna try to channel directly, okay? So we're gonna see what comes out, what Spirit wants us to know. I got some meditation music going, and let's see, Spirit, Archangels, whatever message you want the collective to know, we are open and receptive to whatever you want the collective to know at this point in time, and please help to deliver a clear message, and limit all distractions, please. We send back all chaos magic, distraction spells, in the mighty name of Jesus. May they be blocked and blinded and returned and all the things. So you can deliver a clear message to the collective, using me as a vessel to bring encouragement, inspiration, motivation, whatever you would have the collective to know. Please and thank you. Alright, so you guys already know, coming onto my channel, it's always kind of chaotic already as it is. But I know that there's some people sending some chaos magic and hoping that my channel fails, and that I don't speak out for myself or for the collective, but that's simply not going to happen, alright? Because I was called to do this, and I'm going to heed the call, no matter what people think or how they feel, okay? Because collective, these are people that weren't there the entire time. Okay, these are people who pass judgments and want to dictate and control your life choices and the path that you choose, but these are also the same people who desert you. You can choose to live your life how you deem necessary, collective, but anyone who wasn't there for me during my times of need and wasn't there during the dark times and deserted me certainly has no say-so over the choices that I make nowadays and how I choose to live my life. Okay? So that message could be significant for somebody. Alright, so as I was preparing and getting ready for just doing a bit of self-care, I thought to myself, the tortoise and the hare. Alright, so if you have kids or if you grew up on that story, I know I did. That was one of my favorite books, because even as a child, I always liked when the story ended with the underdog winning, you know? The person that people doubt and question and think less of, or think that they don't measure up. I always, as a child, loved stories where the underdog ends up the winner. So, I thought about the tortoise and the hare, right? my spirit guides told me that, and this is for the collective too, this isn't just me, but this is for the collective too, that our enemies have been sleeping on us. Okay? because they were so convinced that they had it in the bag. Okay, they're so convinced that we were nothings, that we were losers, right? That they were so convinced that they started sleeping on us. Like the hare in the race. The hare in the race thought, he's like, oh, I got this in the bag, man. I could beat this tortoise no problem. In fact, I've got him beat so bad, I already know I'm gonna win already, so I might as well just take a nap. Because I already got this. There's no way he's gonna catch up. He's a slower animal than me, right? So our enemies have been sleeping on us. And I don't know about you, but I think that's funny. I think that's hilarious because even as a child, personally, from personal experience, if I was ever in a competitive game, I never thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna win this. I got this bag. I've always kind of been like, it's anybody's game. Like anyone can win. Like who knows? Because you like never underestimating. Pretty much never underestimating my opponents, right? Because I didn't want to assume I didn't know, right? Like, so, I didn't like to assume that like I had it in the bag, right? So, yeah, I find that funny, okay? I find it because you never want to assume that you just already, you know what I mean? Like, you never want to do that, man. You never want your ego to, like, get the best of you to the extreme, to the extent that you're like, this is no problem, Like, this person's gonna be an easy target, they're gonna be an easy win, whatever, right? You never want to assume that because people are always changing, okay? It's always a possibility for evolution, for development, for growth, right? It's always a possibility that they might attain information and get downloads or attain information, and that information might stick with them, and that could change the course of things. Like, things change all the time, collective. So that's why I don't like to assume. I don't like to think, oh, that person looks weaker than me. I can, I don't think like that, because things change all the time, Like people hypothetically, people getting bullied, right? In school, like say the bullies, they assume that maybe they can't for like a long time, right? Maybe they don't know how to, but secretly behind closed doors they've been going to karate classes, taking karate, and like became a black belt, but nobody knows that, right? Because they don't say, oh, I've been taking karate, like, say, and then one day they come to school and the bullies are provoking a fight, wanting to provoke a fight, and they find out the way that person is a black belt, and kicks all their butts, like, this is why you don't want to assume, because you never know what people are doing, like, you never know what they're learning, you never know what kind of information they're attaining, like, so anyways, I thought of the tortoise and the hare, right? And our enemies, collective, they're sleeping on us. Right now, in this moment, they're sleeping on us. They are, like, I know I got people I know I have people who anonymously watch my channel, right? People that I know that sit here and mock and laugh my content, and all this and that, like, whatever, I know that they're hiding behind fake accounts, okay? And the people who are always the first ones to like my content, like, not all of them are good people, you know? Like, anyways. So, but they're sleeping on us. So let them, okay? Let them laugh and mock and assume that, we're not going to win, that they've got this in the bag, because pride comes before a fall. Okay? Pride comes before a fall. And those who humble themselves will be praised, and those who praise themselves will be humbled. All right, so they're currently sleeping on us. So anyways, that's what I channeled that's something I thought about, and I wanted to share with you guys. The download is our enemies are currently sleeping on us, okay? So like the tortoise in the hare, the tortoise didn't go past the hare and like wake him up and say, hey, we're still in a race and I'm catching up to you. Hey, wake up. All right, he didn't. He just kept on going. All right, he let the tortoise sleep on him. Okay, he just kept it going. So let them, and just keep on walking. Keep on, stay in the race. Keep on walking. Let them sleep, and then when they wake up, they'll realize, oh shoot, we lost. Hi. So, I wanted to share that with you guys. And I didn't want to use any cards. It's a habit to use cards. But, let's see. What else do you want them to know, Spirit? Any messages? Any more messages for the collective? I know, and I'm here to tell you, it's a lonely road, all right? So if you chosen the spiritual path, it's a lonely road. It's not something that really you choose. You choose to accept the mission, but you do not. I don't believe a whole lot of people choose this mission, because it is a lonely road, and you have people who are going to make their judgments against you, and if you're chosen, you're already lonely. You already don't have many people in your circle. You already have been through betrayal after betrayal, or typically it's difficult to trust people because they have a habit of starting off good and then turning out to be a Judas in your life, So, choosing to accept this path is a very lonely road, okay? And you have to be okay with maybe reaching a point of accepting that maybe this lifetime you may not find yourself with a big circle or any circle of people, okay? Because this is a leadership role. This isn't, you're not a follower, okay? And you think of the leaders like not saying we're God, but God, for example, right? He's the creator, so he's at the top of the chain, right? So he doesn't really have an equal, if that makes sense. He doesn't. So it could be very lonely, which is why he created us, because it's a very lonely path, right? But even then, we can never measure up to being his equal, or universe's equal, however you identify with source, right? So I'm here to tell you that if you're going to accept anything in this lifetime, it should be that you accept being okay with being a lonely leader, a lone wolf. Okay? And I'm reaching that point. I'm okay, if I never end up getting married. I'm okay if I, never have best friends, because I'm not here to make friends. Really not. I'm here for a mission. Okay? And it's a special kind of mission, collective. Alright? It's not like a mission like in the military, where you have your soldiers, but they're like your brothers, or your family in there, and you guys go to war together and for each other, and you die for each other. Like, to an extent it's like that, but not really, and I'm okay with that, because what's important, collective, life on this earth is important, the mission on this earth is important, but what we're really after is the afterlife. We're really after the spiritual realm. Okay? Think about it, because as the chosen, and as somebody who accepts the path of spirituality, your ultimate goal is to awaken other souls that are sleeping and give them a fresh and new perspective on what they've come to know, against what they've come to know to be their norm, or regular society's norms, social norms, and things of that nature. Your goal is to help awaken them, give them a different perspective, a different look on life, right? To ultimately bring humanity together in a unified front against the wickedness and evilness of this world. Okay? Lessening the possibilities of lower vibrational entities and sources to occupy vessels that walk this earth, to create a more balanced and sustainable world, earth, planet, and so we can all coexist, that's the ultimate goal. Now, once people awaken, they can find their own, relationship and connection with Source, Universe, God, right? And when they do that, it'll strengthen their relationship with the spiritual realm, with the Most High, with their ancestors, or whatever they choose to believe, whatever works for them, right? But the idea is love and unity, right? The idea is for all of us to come together and be able to coexist give each other fresh perspectives and like sharpen each other, because iron sharpens iron, right? Iron, just like iron sharpens iron, one man uplifts another man. Notice the key word says uplift, not converts. Okay? And that's not what I'm trying to do, is convert you, collective. My job is to show you that there's another door that you can open. That's it, right? Show you, yeah, that there's another door, and that it's not just this over here. So that way, if you decide to walk through that door and go that route, it might expand your horizons. It'll expand your understanding. It'll expand your worlds, your world within worlds. Okay? To give you a deeper relationship with the Most High, to give you a deeper connection with Source or Universe. That is my job. Okay? And part of that job, what comes with the territory, is I say and do a lot of things that can be considered controversial to people who are still stuck in the Matrix. I create content that's controversial. I'm supposed to. Okay? If you have collective, you have to learn to accept that this is a lonely road, but it's a lonely road mostly because you're gonna have to, or be guided to say and do things that are controversial, that go against the social norms. Alright? And you have to be okay with, I call it shaking things up. Alright? I'm learning to be okay with the content that I put out there. Alright? Because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to shake things up. Politics, political views, differences in religion, I'm here to shake it up. Okay? Because eventually, after shaking it up, it makes people think. It really makes them think. And when you can give them that space to challenge what you're saying and think in a more in-depth nature, in a more in-depth way, then that opens their minds and opens their worlds within worlds to different possibilities. Granted that they are accepting of those, perspectives, if that's making sense. I'm supposed to make people really, really think, okay? And that's your job too, if you choose to take this path. That's why they say the chosen ones are mysterious, because they are, you can't really fit them in a particular box, right? They don't fit in a box, and then they're always alchemizing. They're always transforming and changing and shifting and switching and things like that. All right? Because we're meant to shake things up. We're meant to be that way, And we're supposed to be mysterious, because we're supposed to make people curious about what is going on with this person? What is it about them? Why are they like this? But they can't pinpoint it. They can't put us in a category. They want to put us in a category. They want to, and that's why a lot of us get outcasted. That's why a lot of us deal with defamation of character. That's why a lot of us deal with a lot of jealousy and envy, because they want to put us in a jar or in a box that has a label. Okay? And that is just, it's not meant to work that way. All right? Okay, so that's the channel message. All right? Somebody needs to hear that. Somebody needs to hear that you've been thinking about taking a different route than maybe what social norms are in your community, in your state, whatever, right? First of all, you're not alone. Clearly, if you watch other content creators, there's a lot of people that are waking up, right? Heeding to the call. But be prepared, okay? Be prepared. Somebody needs to hear to be prepared to accept, walk in acceptance and accept, that this is a lonely path. But be okay with that and know that that's all right, because earthly relationships, they matter, but they don't. Their souls, these people here on this earth, their souls matter, not the vessel. Okay? And yeah, you'll miss people, most definitely. Grieve and go through that whole process and miss people that you have relationship with on this earth, but know that it's not over. Their physical vessel, they're not in their physical vessel anymore, but they're, excuse me. Somebody's grieving right now. My condolences. You have to know that although they are not in their physical vessels anymore, their soul lives on, okay? And that's what matters. Their soul matters. Your soul tribe's souls matter, okay? So yeah, the mission here on this earth is important and it matters, but the real mission is on the other side. We're working here physically on earth to guide the souls on the other side. If that makes sense, and so they don't come back. If you believe in that type of thing, they don't reincarnate and have to go through the same toxic lessons. All right. Somebody needs to know that. Grieve, and go through the process and feel the feels, and don't be in a hurry to heal from the grief. Okay. But know that their physical vessel might be gone, but they are not. They live on. Okay? Just needed to hear that. But for those of you who are by yourself, right now, and you don't have anybody, you don't have any soul tribe, or, you kind of lived a life, felt kind of different than everybody, to know that if you choose to take this path, you have to be accepting that it's going to be a lonely road. It quite possibly will be a lonely road, and you may never get married, or you may get married, or you may never have best friends, and because you're the lone wolf, you're the leader of the pack being the collective. Okay? But I'm also here to tell you that it's a lonely road. It's a rewarding one. Okay, I haven't seen all of the, or not even close to the reapings of, or the impact I've had on anybody's life since my spiritual. But within my lifetime, I've witnessed that I've made an impact on people's lives already. So just know that it's lonely, but it's rewarding. Okay? You're going to spend a lot of time in hermit mode. You're going to spend a lot of isolation because you have to like recharge, and you have to like pour into yourself, because you can't pour out of an empty cup, right, into others. And you spend a lot of time, pouring into yourself in isolation. Okay? But that looks a lot like self-care and self-love and nurturing yourself, and but think of it like this. Anything you would do for a partner, for a spouse, or friends, or or a husband or wife, you treat yourself like that. You cook the meals, the gourmet meals you would make for a spouse, for yourself, okay? You bubble bath for yourself with with oils and incenses and stuff, like you would a spouse. Think of it like that. Okay. Just for you guys, and thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, like, share, subscribe. This message might help somebody else, even if you feel like you're not on the spiritual path, and that's not where you're at, then it might be for somebody else. Yeah. Right, so it's always good to like, share, subscribe. Someone else might need to hear this message. I'm saying on this pathway, or thinking about this pathway, right? Or simply might be thinking about grief, they might have lost somebody, and this might help someone. So like, share, subscribe. Okay, till next time, love ya.